Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ismail. As we know, here I present to you about a molecule. Introduction of myself is my name is Muhammad Ismail Benjarudin, and then I from class AS116-1C2 from program Food Technologies. My lecturer is Dr. Siti Hajar. We beginning with introduction with molecule. What is molecule? Molecule is a group of two or more than atoms that form the smallest identifiable unit into the which a pure substance can be divided and still retain the composition and the chemical properties of that substance. Okay, we are going to next slide, which is we talk about the structure of molecule. Molecule. It is difficult to observe molecule directly because atoms are smaller than most wavelength of the electromagnetic spectrum and light. However, scientists typically imagine molecule and use model to make predictions. The ball and stick model uses small spheres to represent atoms and stick to represent the bond between them. These models are useful when trying to understand the three-dimensional shape of molecule and the angles between their bond. This model usually using color code the balls so that carbon typically black, oxygen is red, hydrogen white, and nitrogen blue. As mentioned before, besides modeling molecule and looking at a molecule diagram, it is very difficult to directly observe individual molecule. Besides some of very large molecule like DNA, however, due to a method called non-contact atomic force microscopy, scientists has been able to generate actual images of individual molecule, which is has been very useful in confirming the prediction of molecule shapes. Okay, we are going to talk about example of molecule. As we know, molecule are the compound have atoms, and then the atoms have a two or more different elements. For example, water H2O has three atoms, two hydrogen and one oxygen atoms. By the way, as we can see here, we got methane CH4, a common greenhouse gas, has five atoms, one carbon and four of hydrogens. Okay, we are going about the specific about the molecule. We are talking about molecule bonding. The ratio of the number of atoms that can be bonded together to form molecule is fixed. For example, every water molecule contains two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. It is this feature that distinguishes chemical compounds from solutions and other mechanical mixtures. Thus, hydrogen and oxygen may be present in any arbitrary proportion in mechanical mixture, but when sparks will combine only in definite proportion to form the chemical compound water, H2O. It is possible for the same kinds of atoms to combine in different, but hydrogen will chemically bond with one atom of oxygen to yield in water molecule, whereas two atoms of hydrogen can chemically bond with two atoms of oxygen to form a molecule of hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. Furthermore, It is possible for atoms to bond together in identical proportion to form different molecules. Such molecules are called isomers and differ only in the arrangement of the atoms within the molecules. For example, ethyl alcohol CH3 CH2OH and methyl ether CH3OCH3 both contain 1, 2, and 6 atoms of oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen, respectively, but these atoms are bound in different ways. Next, we are going to talk about the type of molecular bonding. Molecular bonding have two types, covalent and iodine. Firstly, I'm going to talk about covalent. A covalent bond is a chemical bond that involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms. These electron pairs are termed shared pair or bonding pairs, and the stable balance of attractive and repulsive force between atoms when they share electron is termed covalent bonding. Next, we are going to talk about iodine. Iodine bonding is a type of chemical that involve the electrostatics attraction between oppositely charged ions and is the primary interaction occurring ionic compound. The ions are atoms that have lost one or more electrons, termed cations, and atoms that have gained one or more electrons, termed anions. Next, we are going to talk about the molecular weight. The molecular weight of the molecule is a sum of atomic weight of its components atoms. If a substance has a molecular weight m, then m grams of the substance is a term one molecule. The number of molecules in a 1 mole is the same for all substances. This number is known as Avogadro's number. Molecular weight can be determined by mass spectrometry and by techniques based on thermodynamics or kinetic transport phenomena. In addition, for the last talk about the molecule summary. Molecule, the smallest identifiable units into which a pure substance can be divided and retains its composition and chemical properties. Divisions into still smaller parts. Eventually, atoms involve destroying the bonding that hold the molecule together for noble gases, and the molecule is a single atom, and all other substances have two diatomic and polyatomic atoms in a molecule. I think that's all for me. Thank you for hearing.